Hello, my name is Dan Lier, also known as America's Coach. And I want to welcome you to your true potential. No matter if you're a seven-figure income earner, a soccer mom, a student, or someone who's struggling a bit to find their place in life, let's talk about what it's going to take for you to maximize your true potential and reach your next level of success. Are you looking to make some more money, start a new business, or be an outstanding parent? Well, if so, welcome to the show. Over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share with you the one thing you must have to achieve your true potential. Have you ever felt like you've gone as far as you can go in a specific area? Maybe like being a leader or even making more money? I have clients who have shared with me that they felt like they've reached a plateau, if you will, and they don't know how to break through to their next level of success. Well, today I'm going to share with you what it takes to reach your next level and achieve your true potential. So let's talk about you and you reaching your true potential. The topic of the show is the foundation of your success, which are your beliefs. You know, whenever I meet a top performer, whether it be in business or in life, they have what I call a winning belief system. Let's say that I was to walk into a national sales convention, and I walked up to the top performing salesperson in the country, and I asked that person, what do you believe is going to happen next week in your business? I'd probably get a response like this: I'm going to have a great week. I'm going to lead my company in sales. I'm going to make 50 phone calls a day. I'm going to build some relationships, overcome some objections. I'm going to make it happen. They just have that belief system. And see, for the record, a belief is just a sense or a feeling of certainty. It's about how certain we are about something. And what we know is those people who are most certain about what they're doing for a living are the ones that separate themselves from those who are struggling. And see, the same holds true in life. If you're someone who believes that you're a great leader, then you have a sense of certainty about what a great leader does, and you do it every day. It's the same thing for being a parent, having a relationship, or even starting a business. Your beliefs impact your level of success. You see, not long ago, ESPN ran a documentary about Roger Bannister. And many of us know about Roger Bannister and his impact on the sport of running. His story is amazing. I mean, Roger Bannister was an English medical student who was also a track star. And in 1954, he was the first person in the world to ever run a sub 4-minute mile. Now, Roger not only had the physical obstacles, he had to overcome something much more, and that was the power of the belief system. You see, back in the 50s, it was believed impossible to break the 4-minute mile. As a matter of fact, it was even documented in the Journal of American Medicine that if a person exerted their body to the level of intensity that it would take to break the 4-minute mile, that their heart would actually explode inside their body cavity. I mean, can you imagine that? Imagine if you're Roger Bannister and you're hanging out with your medical school colleagues and you're saying, hey, I can do this. I mean, I'm working hard, I'm training hard, I'm eating well, I can do it. I can break the 4-minute mile. How do you think his colleagues would have responded? They'd probably say, what are you, crazy? I mean, aren't you reading your journals? I mean, come on, man, your heart's going to explode. Not a very compelling future for Roger Bannister. Well, Roger Bannister did it. He went out in 1954 and he broke the 4-minute mile. Now, here's what's interesting. Just 1 year later, in 1955, 37 people broke the 4-minute mile. And just a year after that, over 200 people broke the 4-minute mile. And now, of course, we have high school, college, and Olympic athletes who do it all the time. So my question to you as we start off the show is, what changed? I mean, what really changed back in 1954? If you're thinking beliefs, you're absolutely right. And the belief of what was possible. So when Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile in 1954, it became possible for everyone else. This concept happens every day. I see it happen in sales, in sports, in politics, in everyday life. It's called social proof. I mean, hey, she started a new business last year and she's making it happen. I can do it. He built a solid sales team and he's dominating the market. I can do it. I mean, hey, she runs a successful business and she's also a great mom. I can do it. See, it's called social proof. And it happened around the world the instant Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. Now, it's time for me to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to show you how you can break your own 4-minute mile.
This is TSTN.
Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile and changed the beliefs for everyone around the world. Here's what we need to understand to reach our true potential. Our beliefs drive our behavior. We cannot get ourselves to do something that we don't believe is possible. Let me give you a fun example. If I was a single guy, which I'm not, and I saw a woman that I was really attracted to, I loved the way she walked, the way she talked, her hair, her lips, her attitude, everything. Yet in my heart and in my mind, I'm saying to myself, nah, she'll never go out with me. We probably have nothing in common. Our conversation would be shallow. She wouldn't probably find me interesting at all. She probably doesn't even like ESPN. And worst of all, she'd probably embarrass me in front of my friends. Now, question, with those type of beliefs, do you think I'd get myself to ask her out, yes or no? No way. You see, our beliefs drive our behavior. And years ago, I had an experience that really hit me in regards to beliefs. I was working for Tony Robbins, performing peak performance sessions all over the country for companies 2 and 3 times a day. And I did this for 6 years. I lived in over 30 cities, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, Miami, virtually every major marketplace. It was quite an experience. And during this time, I was always interested in meeting successful people who were making things happen. I was hungry for success, and I wanted to be around the movers and the shakers. Well, I met this young guy who was attending one of my sales trainings, and this guy was earning over $250,000 a year, and he was only 28 years old. Now, this was over 10 years ago, so this guy was really making it happen. Now, we started up this conversation, and I asked him if I could buy him a coffee the next morning and learn about how he became so successful. He was a really positive guy, and he said, yes, of course. So we get together the next morning, and we're talking about making money, going to the next level, and I had my notebook out. I was ready to take some notes and learn from this young guy. And we'd only been talking for about 5 or 10 minutes, and he says to me, hey, Dan, can I share something with you? And I said, yeah, of course. I was ready to learn from this young guy. I had my notebook out. I was ready. And he said, I don't really know what you want to do with your life or what you really want to achieve, but I can tell you one thing right now. And I was excited, and I said, yeah, great. What is it? And he said to me with a straight face, he says, I don't care how hard you work or what you do. You will never earn $250,000 a year. You can imagine me just sitting there. Well, that's great, thanks. And he says, no, Dan. He says, I really like you, yet you'll never earn $250,000 a year with that $110,000 belief system you currently have in your head. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right then it hit me. He was absolutely right. You'll never earn $250,000 with a $100,000 belief system, just like you'll never earn $100,000 with a $50,000 belief system, or even $50,000 with a $15 an hour belief system. The numbers are irrelevant, yet the pattern holds true. At this point in my career, I only have a few coaching clients, all of which earn over 7 figures. And over the years, they have reinforced that belief. It's the same for them. You see, you'll never earn $5 million a year with a $1 million belief system. Now, here's the good news. Who controls what we believe? That's right, we do. But oftentimes we get influenced by the marketplace, the media, the interest rates, the news, or even someone negative around you. I've had situations over the years where I was hired to do a keynote presentation for a national or regional sales meeting. And I found out the #1 sales professional in the company is someone that's new. They're new, yet they're leading the company in sales. Until, and listen to me very carefully, until they start hanging around with some of the veterans. You see, before they were hired, they didn't know about the slow season. They didn't know about the bad leads or the poor territory. All they knew was they had a great product, a great opportunity, and they were going to make it happen. So here's what I want you to understand. We all have beliefs. We have beliefs about ourselves and what's possible. We have beliefs about our careers and our ability to advance. We have beliefs about the world, our country, our president, even our friends, neighbors, and loved ones. So my question to you is, are your beliefs true? What do you think? Well, let me give you a scenario that'll help you understand beliefs and how they impact what we do. Imagine, just for fun, we have 2 men. And these 2 men call up their wives on the phone and they say, hey honey, let's meet out for dinner tonight. Let's meet at our favorite restaurant, the one where we got engaged. Let's meet at 7 o'clock. We'll talk about the day, connect, have some fun, have some dinner. It's gonna be great. So 7 p.m. rolls around, and of course the men are right on time, because you know how men are always on time. Well, anyway, the women aren't there. 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, no sign of their wives. And I'm going to share with you what happened with these 2 men right after the break.